Good morning, guys. It is September 14th. It has been a crazy couple weeks, and you can tell I'm in scrubs. I'm not going to work. I'm going to my work location to get COVID tested. So, yeah. Life has been really weird, and I think I should update you on everything that's going on and my plans for the future, because I get a lot of questions about that. So I think we will start covering the reverse out of the show, start telling you about all that goes along with that and everything that's been changing in my life personally as I go into this reverse. So for now, I'm having my green smoothie, my whole gut smoothie that I show you pretty much every other video. The only difference post-show is we added aloe, which has been really great for my stomach, which kind of leads into why I've been COVID tested. So yeah, I'm gonna go get COVID tested, and then I will update you on what the heck is going on. Macro. Why are you so sad? Why are you so sad? I'm late, already late. Basically, I just started becoming late during prep, and then I never stopped being late. I just stopped having an excuse. Because when you say, oh, I'm in prep, I have no carbs, people are like, oh, okay, if they understand what you're going through. And then most people are like, I have no idea what that means. Why can't you just eat some carbs and function like a normal person? But that would be way too easy. So I am headed to the COVID test now. Technically like 15 minutes late, but when you live close, the temptation is real to try to get as much done before you leave as possible. So I'm headed there. I've also got my box to ship out the Synthogen for the winner of that giveaway from the last video or the one before. So headed to the hospital, gonna get COVID tested, massive cotton swab shoved up my nose. For those of you who have been COVID tested, I'm interested, was it as bad as you thought? Because I had to get COVID tested first last week because they require a double negative. I was negative, so no worries there. But it was basically like if you jumped in a pool and didn't hold your nose. And you're just like, for like a second, just that like double chin, snort outwardly. That was about it. I mean, people were like literally having panic attacks and crying about getting COVID tested, and I really feel like it wasn't that bad. But maybe it's better to think that it's worse. I don't know. Interested. For those of you who have had a COVID test, comment below your experience, what you thought, and if it was as bad as you thought. I'm dropping crap on the floor. I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but do you remember when you were a kid and the nurse tells you that I don't know how to get out of this freaking thing. Basically, I'm stuck in a hospital now, which is, I'm pretty sure, a recurring nightmare. I guess I should figure this out first. Making me go get tested and trying to make me pay for parking at a hospital that I'm employed at. So, that's great. I was like, ma'am, I'm just here to get COVID tested. And she just rolls her eyes and lifts the gate. So that's where we're at. You know when you're a kid and they stick you and then they tell you, oh, you did such a good job. Well, I think that there's like some deep-rooted satisfaction in that that's just embedded into our nature as humans, because when she told me, you were the best one I've done all week, and it's Monday, that just hit me. I felt pretty self-satisfied. It's like, yay, and you kind of want to pick out a sticker at the front desk. So I'm headed back home. Gonna do a podcast with Ryan with DD on the Spot, since our last one did not record correctly and we lost quite a bit of the audio. So this will be a completely different perspective, considering that my last one with him was before my first show, and this one is a couple weeks after Nationals, having gotten my pro card and all that excitement. So I'm excited to do that. Gonna get set up, try to figure out how to use Skype again, because I am a grandma and technology is very intimidating to me. So, try to get in this apartment. Pupper! It's like welcome committee every day. Stretch it out, stretch it out. Such a good boy. Do you want to do a podcast? Do you want to do a podcast? Yeah! So I'm headed to the gym now. It is about 2:30. Elevator has arrived. I have my dad cart with all my freaking gym stuff. I know that seems excessive, but as you guys may or may not know, if you kind of follow me on Instagram and have picked up on some things, I'm actually working at my gym now at Destination Dallas. So that has been one of the big things that's happened since prep. I'm now going to be a personal trainer there. So kind of getting all that rolling, and I've only trained a couple times. So right now just getting organized and starting to get into a routine as I phase out of my nursing job, which is my next big announcement. So I'm gonna explain all that. First I gotta get my dad cart, trademarked by Travis. Get my dad cart to the car, which includes my camera equipment. Jesus Christ. My camera equipment, my food for the entire day, besides the first meal you saw, which was my omelet with cream of rice, and also my work stuff, computer stuff, iPad, stuff like that, because now the gym is pretty much my home. So besides taking macro, which I do some days, I basically just bring my entire life back and forth with me to the gym. I've got everything I need. It's a little excessive, but you've seen me pack. I'm ridiculous. I am an overpacker chronically, and I have decided and accepted that that is just who I am as a person, and there is no need to change, because as long as you have a handy dandy Costco dad cart, you're fine. You just wheel it around with you. And then if you ever need to skip town or anything super dramatic, you're ready. Always be prepared. Okay guys, so just to clarify, hands-free mode. You're on a tripod, I'm driving, I'm watching the road, and I'm buckled up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you now what's been going on. So, I competed September 1st in Junior USAs, as you saw in my last video, and that was incredible. I won my pro card, and since then I've been reverse dieting, but I'm gonna talk about that in a separate video. What's been on the forefront of my mind has been kind of getting my personal life into alignment since the show. As you know, I was throughout prep, my job is a nurse. I'm a night shift nurse, bedside nursing at a hospital on a cardiac progressive care unit, and that was a very, very tough balance. I wasn't sleeping much, which is common during prep, but a little bit exacerbated by being on night shift, working like 6:30 p to 8 a.m., 3 nights a week, rotating schedule, just not consistent. So it was difficult to balance that. I'm not gonna lie, it was very difficult, and it's not sustainable. And I knew that if I wanted to continue to excel in bodybuilding, it would be necessary for me to prioritize. Granted, bodybuilding is, from a competition standpoint, isn't my priority. I love it. It will always be at the top of my list, in the top few items. But I'm not going to structure my entire life around competing, because that's not what's going to sustain me long term. Now, when I'm in competition prep, it does become more of a priority. But right now, I know that I need to prioritize getting my finances together and solidifying my career in a path that allows me to sustain myself long term, both financially and physically. And running at the level that I was running throughout prep in regards to the sleep and stress and the physical toll that nursing was taking on my body, I just knew I couldn't keep doing it. And I knew from the get-go, when I first started school, that bedside nursing was not my end goal. And maybe I'm over-explaining this because it's something that I still struggle with, because I think that bedside nurses get a lot of respect, and I think that I earned a lot of people's attention and respect through the fact that I am a bedside nurse and did that through prep. So it's hard to say that I'm choosing to step away from that, knowing that a lot of people will see that as me taking maybe the easy way out or giving up on a career of serving other people. But nursing has provided me with the foundation that has allowed me to be a good coach, and I love coaching people. And so I knew that it was time to start transitioning to focusing on my coaching more and fostering that as my true passion, and potentially pursue nursing in a different context. So, long story short, I decided to leave my job, and I am working at Destination as a personal trainer in addition to my coaching, and in addition to recently having signed on with Better Bodies and GASP. I'll be doing an interview where I explain that as well, so I'll go ahead and kind of leave those details to the side for now. But I'm just excited that all of these opportunities intertwine and align so well with both my passions and with each other in a way that's allowing me to shift my career to the gym focus and fitness focus, as opposed to being pulled in different directions in fields and focuses that sometimes clash. So that is what's going on with me personally, and I'm making that transition now. I'm headed to the gym. I'm gonna train myself and then work on some coaching, and then work on some client plans for some personal training clients I have this week. And it feels good to be in alignment. And when you make a decision like this, it's really important that you are tapping into your intuition and listening to your gut, because rationally you could say that I'm making a poor decision leaving a stable job for one with a lot of uncertainty, but deep down I have a lot of peace about the decision. So even though surface level fears arise, as I talk about it and think about it, I have a deep-rooted faith that this is what I was supposed to do. So that's what's going on in my personal life. I'd like to bring you along and show you more about what my days are going to look like now that I'm able to train more and share that training with you, and then also like work with different clients and try to bring more to this fitness community that has done so much for me personally, and also integrate that with the knowledge that I have from nursing and that background that has provided me with like an invaluable foundation through which to pursue all these other paths. So I appreciate you guys for sticking with me through prep, and whether you agree with what I'm doing or not, I appreciate you for sticking around, and I hope that you will be inspired by this to listen to your gut and follow your dreams. And as cheesy as that may sound, finding fulfillment in what you do day in and day out is irreplaceable. And if you feel that you're being crushed by some aspect of life, whether that's your job or even just your shift schedule or a person in your life, you need to think about how important that is, and is it really serving you? And then you have to have faith, and you have to have discipline to carry out whatever it is you're going to do instead. So that will be a journey that I hope I can share with you guys. I know that was a lot of words, but I wanted to make sure that you understood what all is going on, because I've gotten a lot of questions. Now, let's go to the gym. So just did my cardio. I am at the gym, clearly, but just heating up my pre-workout. Gonna do a little bit of work, and then I'm gonna hit some legs tonight. So just having this now, we'll train legs within like 45 minutes or so, and then knock out some more work tonight. So it's just cool having everything in one place, being able to train here, eat here, work here, cardio here. Everything's just like in alignment, and like it's just such a good feeling in life when you feel like everything falls into place like this. So just gonna eat this now and then go from there.
How goes it?
How's it going? Busy day? Yeah?
Yeah, my
I'm
balls
gonna have
got
to drop
mixed
it.
up.
Like, I cannot lose weight. I'm serious. Like, look at this. Watch. Trust me, I would love to be able to do that.